एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कंसेप्ट है एनवायरमेंटल कंजर्वेशन में, द कंसेप्ट ऑफ कीस्टोन स्पीसीज. आई थिंक मेनी ऑफ अस नो दिस. द कीस्टोन स्पीसीज आर द हाईएस्ट ऑर्डर स्पीसीज, carnivorous species that control the ecosystem's functioning. They are those who control the population of the herbivores, and in turn the herbivores control the population and the extent and the functioning of the grasslands of the forest. So I think most of us know what keystone species are, like a tiger is a keystone species, or grey wolves are keystone species, leopards are keystone species. But what we do not know is that not all keystone species are necessarily top order carnivores. Keystone species can also be hummingbirds in Patagonia, elephants in savanna, beavers. They are one type of animals that make small dams out of felling trees. Keystone species can also be sea otters. So keystone species हमेशा top order carnivores ही नहीं होते. Apart from this, you must differentiate between one more type of species called as umbrella species. Umbrella species are those species that require a very large area for their habitation. They are generally migratory. They move across ecosystems and forests. Think of tiger for that matter. They move across lot of large area, or leopards or elephants. But then they also include lot of migratory birds. They also include species like the migratory turtles. So umbrella species जो होते हैं, they are those that require a large area for survival. They also include lot of herbivores. So not every umbrella species is a keystone species, and not every keystone species is an umbrella species. जैसे कि hummingbird is not an umbrella species, but it is a keystone species. वैसे beavers are not umbrella species, but they are keystone species. So differentiate between these two. And एक और concept है called as a surrogacy conservation. Surrogates, something like, you are outsourcing some work there. So rather than conserving the entire forest, what conservationists do is they pick up an important species and model the conservation of the habitat on that particular species. जैसे कि मुझे अगर कंजर्वेशन करना है एक फॉरेस्ट को, मैं फॉरेस्ट का हर स्पीसीज तो कर नहीं पाऊंगा. So I pick up tiger. If I do tiger conservation, indirectly I end up conserving the entire forest. If I conserve the elephant as a species, I end up conserving the entire forest in which the elephant lives. ऐसे conservation method को बोला जाता है surrogacy conservation. So umbrella species and keystone species are part of this surrogacy conservation. If you can conserve the forest for deers, for elks, you end up conserving the entire forest over which the animal depends on, because it is migratory. So look at these important terms. What is keystone species? What are umbrella species? What is surrogacy conservation? और आपके लिए काम है, look up and tell me what do we mean by foundation species and indicator species.